What a fantastic rivalry game we have here tonight. Nothing quite like it.
And despite being in opposite conferences, these teams can still meet in the postseason.
And that's one thing that makes WNBA rivalries so special. With a 1 through 8, regardless of conference, you get more East-West series before the finals. Well, that's just Stevens playing big right there. My goodness.
Here's Miles. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. McBride, left side. 5 to shoot. Howard. That falls. Great assist by Kayla McBride.
Well, that's the decisiveness you need to have on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Howard doesn't really second-guess her shot attempts.
Here's Diggins. Stevens in the post, defended by Coffey. Count that one.
Stevens can score from anywhere, but on the interior is where the defense really has to worry about her.
Pass to McBride. Now here's Howard. Courtney Williams for 3. And the Lynx another 3.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Sheldon. Pass to Cardoso. Diggins. Launches it. Howard with the rebound.
Even against defense as tight as that, you expect her to bury those shots.
I don't know. If the defender was on her like glue, it would have been quite a bucket, even though we've seen her hit those in the past.
Now here's Sheldon. Lets it go from deep. Natasha Howard pulls it in. When it comes to winning, few do it better than this Lynx franchise.
Yeah, I mean, look, from 2011, one losing season in Minnesota, come on. It feels like they're always a contender. And a lot of that comes down to coaching. This team is always prepared.
Here's Diggins. They need this. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor. Pass to McBride. Howard the screen. Fires for 3. McBride misses. Chicago trailing here. Sheldon outside. Diggins. Chicago again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's McBride. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Diggins. Back to Sheldon. There's the triple. They get it back. Stevens. And she uses the glass on the layup.
And I like the energy Stevens showed right there, refusing to quit on the offensive glass.
Here's McBride. On the wing, Courtney Williams, defended by Sheldon. Connects from three-point range.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Pass to Diggins. Jacks up a 3, and she's good on the 3 ball.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball at one end with their own.
A 3-point battle starting to take shape here.
Now here's Coffey. Outside Miles. Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good. Now here's Sheldon. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Miles. Outside Williams. Coffey. Williams sets the screen. The three ball goes right through for bucket number 3. She's a perfect 3 for 3.
You have to run at shooters like Williams. Can't let them catching fire. She'll eat you alive.
Pass to Cardoso. Here's Diggins. On the wing, J.C. Sheldon. Over Miles. Shot by Diggins, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
And here's Williams. Over Stevens. Another one falls for Minnesota.
They've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Here's Stevens. That one goes in for 2, making it look easy. She's now 4 for 4.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Pass to Howard. Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Natasha Howard.
They are doing some damage from downtown, guys.
Which is the main reason they're sitting on this huge early lead. What shooting?
Just an aerial display from beyond the arc.
Here's Diggins. The 3. It drops for her second made shot this game. An unimpressive 2 for 7.
Great job to orchestrate from that close to the hoop.
Now Williams. She's got 14. Shot on the wing. And it's Minnesota scoring again.
Now these teams, they don't look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do. A double-digit lead and we're still in the first? Ouch.
Ryan, I hope this one gets closer. Jeez.
Here's Diggins. Stevens, that's good.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Outside Howard. Williams. Green by Howard. Over Sheldon. Again, Minnesota.
Such a dynamo offensively. Williams, a very streaky scorer. Once she makes a couple of baskets, watch out.
Here's Diggins. She has 6. And that one drops.
What a start to this game. All offense early.
Yeah, this is just playground stuff. Forget about defending. Just keep letting it fly.
That's okay with me.
Now here's Miles. Williams sets the screen. Outside Miles. Gets a 3-pointer to fall.
Well, normally you would expect Coffey to finish the play, but she smartly makes a pass to set up another shooter.
Here's Diggins. She's got 8. No good with the triple. Williams with it. Pass to Coffey. Outside Miles. Williams. She's guarded by Stevens. Back to McBride. Beyond the arc. Shoots and misses. 3 shots all come up empty. And here's Sheldon. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And once Stevens finds her rhythm, she stays aggressive, which is a nightmare for opponents.
Outside Williams. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Minnesota, Courtney Williams. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Well, it's an odd skill to talk about when we're talking about a guard like Courtney Williams, but she's an incredible rebounder. At just 5'8", she reads misses well and gets into great position.
And she's good on the second. Now here's Cloud. Pass to Banham. Taylor, right side, Stevens. And now the Lynx fast break. And the basket by McBride.
Well, McBride saw the steal and got way ahead of the play to finish off the break.
Here's Taylor. Cloud. Outside, Stevens. From the arc, Lucky 7 drops right in. She's perfect from the floor, 7 for 7.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever, the shots are falling for her.
Left side, Williams. Pass to McBride. McCowan. She knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together, and they may want to review this one.
The previous play is under review.
The question, did she get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. I think she got it off in time. The replay, it leaves little doubt.
But certainly, it's worth being certain, and that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
Good thing we have the replay to go to. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want to get every call right. Glad we were able to review that one.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Lynx ahead. They're up by 11. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, not exactly a neck-and-neck game, but as the second quarter starts, there is plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Lynx, this has been the game they wanted to have.
They've made the most of their fast break chances here in the early going.
Yeah, tie your shoelaces because they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition. Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Of all the players who want to leave open out on the perimeter, she is the last person on the list.
Pass to McCowan. Here's Caldwell. From deep. That's good, and it's Tierra McCowan with the assist.
Some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Here's Banham. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And you're the Lynx now. Pass to McBride. Let's go with a 3. Another 3 for Minnesota.
Can score from anywhere on the court, and McBride has really taken on that alpha personality type.
Now here is Stevens. She's got 15. Banham. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
That's just not enough coverage. Basically none. Defense did not look good there.
And here's Caldwell. Back to McBride. Shot from the wing. That shot's good, and she's now 3 for 7.
You'd love to see that offensive mindset from McBride, and fans are rarely disappointed with her intensity.
Here's Taylor. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Now here's McCowan. She's guarded by Stevens. Rejected by Azare Stevens.
Because of Stevens' competitive drive, she doesn't want to allow any easy buckets.
Pass to Banham. 3-pointer. He can't get that one. McBride with the ball. And Williams picks her up defensively. Screen by McCowan. Kayla McBride, and that's good.
Beautifully crafted for maximum efficiency. McBride's a natural playmaker.
Here's Banham. Drops in the tray.
Looks like she took that last three a little personal.
Hey, do you blame her? That was some payback right there.
Now Caldwell. To the paint. McBride. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot.
With strong court vision and awareness, McBride is able to read defenses and find the open teammate.
Here's Taylor. Here's Stevens. And it's Chicago with another.
Really, she's been a bright spot for them. She's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Yeah, who knows how much bigger the lead would be if it wasn't for her shooting.
Back to McBride. Takes the three. Another three for Minnesota.
I love how McBride is unafraid of making mistakes, and she really just plays her game and then will live with the results.
Pass to Banham. Outside Stevens. And again, it's the sky from deep.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now here is McCowan. And with an eye to the future, how do you guys like the direction of the game?
Oh, I love it. Every year we're seeing more and more skilled players. And as an added bonus, the pace keeps getting faster.
No doubt. We're in the golden age of the W. The level of play is incredible, and it just keeps on getting better.
Now here is Stevens. 20 points for her. Count it.
Well, in that tight, with that much of a height advantage, there's really not a lot that D can do to stop that shot.
Right outside. Here's McCowan. That one drops for her second bucket. Marker 2 for 4.
What an absolute force McCowan is down low. The board, the points, what a talent.
Pass to Taylor. Here's Stevens. And she drops in the layup off glass.
That is exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. She went for that pump fake. Hook, line, and sinker.
Really left alone that time.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Pass to Banham. The three is up. Good on the three-point shot.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
Outside Stevens. Pass to Banham for three. Out of bounds, it'll be Lynx ball. Just an incredible read on defense to come up with that block.
An emphatic rejection. You got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Williams. 19 points in the game. Pass to Coffey. Puts up the three. Cloud pulls it in. Diggins. She's guarded by Williams. And here's Cardoso. Natasha Cloud from outside. Rebounded by McBride.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Out to the left wing. Outside Miles. Back to Howard. uses the glass to finish the layup.
I just love the composure Howard plays with inside. She's so comfortable around the rim.
Now a timeout called by Chicago. And nothing has come easily for them today.
Not at all, and it isn't what you'd call the best of performances from them.
Here's Diggins. 8 points for her. Chicago again missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
Now here's Miles. She has 6. Coffee with it. Cardoso on her. Courtney Williams for 3. She just can't miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
She's been filling it up from way outside. I love seeing this kind of rain.
Here's Diggins. And Coffee over to help.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Cardoso. Now here's Williams. Diggins. Off target from 3-point range.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense, because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
Here's Diggins. Williams. Good. First shot, first basket.
What movement from Williams. She's dangerous in the pick and roll going to the hoop.
Outside Miles. Pass to Williams. Lets the floater go. And she lays it up and in.
Look at the soft touch. Just a gentle little teardrop.
A challenging stretch for Chicago here. Here's Diggins. She's covered by Miles. Chicago the rebound. The kick out to Williams. Now Cardoso. Fires the 3. And another shot. That's a miss. She's made one and missed one. Pass to Williams. Out to Miles. Screen by Howard. 3-pointer. It's Cardoso with the rebound. Here's Chicago now.
Clock's on their side here.
That's right. They can hold it for the last shot.
Sheldon outside. Pass to Cardoso. Outside Williams. Here's Diggins. Sinks a 3-pointer.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Going by 18. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Hello and welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going, and what has been a runaway of a game so far. Williams has been such a difference maker here.
She put on a show from 3-point range in the first half. We'll see if the halftime break had any cooling effect on her.
Well, we'll soon find out because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding her the rock beyond the arc until she does cool off.
So the Lynx now. Miles with it. For three, Kayla McBride. That falls. Nice feed that time from Natasha Howard.
A quality passer at her position. Howard enjoys finding her teammates in their spots.
Here's Diggins. She's covered by Miles. Pass to Stevens. Shoots over Coffee. Stevens, that's good.
There's a versatility to Stevens' jump shot that you don't ordinarily see in players her size.
Outside Williams. Howard up top. Another three for Minnesota.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from her. She's been passing up on her shot a little bit more than usual. You know, even though she is hitting the ones that she takes.
On the wing, Jason Sheldon. There's a screen by Stevens. Here's Sheldon. And again, it's the sky from deep.
Well, the three-point shot's still developing for Sheldon, but boy, oh boy, did she shoot that with confidence.
This one for three. And a nice shot by Miles.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Here's Diggins. 11 points in the game. On the wing, J.C. Sheldon. She's guarded by Williams. Shot clock at 6. Back to Cardoso. Sweet move. And the layup is up and in.
That's what I call pretty passes. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Pass to McBride. Williams. Out to Miles. From outside the arc. Ooh, no luck on that one. Now Sheldon. Diggins. Defended by Coffee. Back to Sheldon. Here's Stevens. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and she'll shoot one more at the line. Lots of great players in this league, but guys, give me your favorites to watch.
Well, I got to go with the player everyone is coming out to see, Caitlin Clark. Her level of skill is just unreal.
Yeah, Clark hits 30-footers like they're nothing. And the next trip, she's throwing a bullet pass. She is so much fun to watch.
You know, as good as Stevens is inside, she breaks the mold of your typical WNBA big. She can stretch a defense as good as anyone.
Pass to Williams. Williams sets the screen. Here's Coffee. Off target from outside. Here's Diggins. And here's Cardoso. Sheldon outside. To the middle. Diggins. And the shot goes in.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Outside Williams. Left side Howard. Back to Williams. The three. Wow, that makes her a perfect 10 for 10. That's some double-digit perfection. Now a timeout called by Chicago. Williams has been such a difference maker here.
She's absolutely dialed in from outside. They got to play up on her and try to deny her the ball.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Diggins. 13 points in this game. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Not the tightest D right there. She'll punish you if she gets the chance. That 3-point shot is her bread and butter.
Pass to McBride. And here's Coffey. She's guarded by Stevens. Now Williams. Fires from deep. Miles, no good. Now here's Sheldon. Now Stevens. And here's Cardoso. Now Stevens, defended by Coffey. Now here is Stevens. Tight defense on her. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
With the size advantage as big as it was right there, that's exactly what she should do in that situation. Take it strong to the middle.
And it's the Sky ball. Trailing by 13. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and she'll go to the line.
At the line for the Sky, Azure Stevens. 1 shot.
Here's Williams. 27 points for her. Pass to Coffey. Here's McBride. Screen by Howard. From downtown. No points on that miss. Puts her at 7 for 13 from the floor. Left side, Stevens. Diggins. Pass to Cardoso. Here's Stevens. That 3 off the mark.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
Courtney Williams for 3. She's off on that one.
Even without that 3 ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off. Give it up for her inside. Great rebound, and she had to fight for it.
Here's Howard. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
And that's just a very good high-percentage look right there.
On offense, here are the Sky. A 12-point game. Here's Diggins. She's got 16. Sheldon outside. Pass to Cardoso. That one's good, and it's J.C. Sheldon with the dime.
Well, look, one of the reasons they're trailing is because we haven't seen enough of that. She has to become a bigger part of her offense.
Now here's Coffey. And here's Miles. The tray drills it from outside.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Here's Diggins. Stevens, that's good.
You know, you simply cannot say enough about her individual performance so far, even if the all-around team effort has been lacking.
Now here's McBride. 10-point lead. Back to Howard. To the inside. Williams. It's good, and she drew the contact on the shot, so she'll go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
Looks like the coach saw some things out there that need adjusting, and it's going to take a little time to talk it over.
Yeah, and never a bad idea to use a timeout if there's something that's got you concerned.
So both teams making some changes here. Now Banner. She's got 12. To the left wing. Here's Taylor. Off target with the 3. Out to the wing. Outside Miles. King. She's covered by Cloud. 6 to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. Miles, no good. Cloud outside. From about 10 feet out, it's hauled in by the Lynx. 22 was their biggest lead. And here's Caldwell. She's got 6. Back to Miles. Takes the 3. Cloud pulls it in.
You know, she shouldn't miss those, but, you know, it happens to the best of them.
Here's Taylor. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Inside. And here we go, the sky fast break. The floater, and that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw.
At the line for the
The
Sky.
Lynx making a switch here.
Banner. 1 shot.
And here are the Lynx now. 10-point lead. Pass to Caldwell. Shoots the 3. Drains the three-pointer.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You'll love to see that.
Now here's Cloud. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Here's Taylor. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight. Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose a possession.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Lynx on top, they lead by 12. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we're getting underway in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change. Pass to Stevens. Taylor. And it's Chicago with another.
The deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
Yeah, both of these teams are firing on all cylinders right now. I love it.
McCowan, she's guarded by Williams. McCowan with the bucket.
Obviously, McCowan's 6'7" size helps her down low, but she also has a little host of ways to beat you in some nice touch.
Stevens the screen. Here's Taylor. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's McBride. Screen by McCowan. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Chicago trailing here. Down low. Here's Williams. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Williams is a center who battles inside. I mean, she's not a player you're going to be seeing jacking up too many threes.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged the bullet there.
35.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to McBride. Now Caldwell. Shot clock at 5. Now here's McBride. And the call is going to be, an illegal screen.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
Here's Chicago now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And the basket by Diggins.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, they got the run they needed to get back into this game.
I didn't think it was going to happen, Tim, but they have finally turned it on, and now they need stops.
Absolutely, need stops now.
Chicago with the ball, trailing by 4. Pass to Taylor. Here's Diggins. From past the arc, McCowan with the rebound.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Right outside. Gets it to go from downtown.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything.
Here's Taylor. Pass to Diggins. For 3. McCowan with the rebound. Now the Lynx with it. 22 was their biggest lead. Here's Taylor. She's guarded by Williams. Taylor, that's good.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Right wing. There's the 3. The rebound by the Sky. Loud outside. Outside Williams. Pass to Diggins. Here's the 3. That shot, no good. The Lynx with the lead. Right outside. The 3 ball. Here's McCowan. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
She's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback.
Now here is Stevens. And the layup's good off the glass.
She's got a lot of firepower right now. What a half she's having.
Here's Minnesota. It's a 5-point game. Courtney Williams for 3. Elizabeth Williams with the rebound. And so it's Chicago with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Williams sets the screen. Misses the deep 3-point attempt.
You know, she's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And you know she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
And the basket bucket by McBride.
She's up to her usual trick, shooting it well, scoring a lot of points, getting them in front.
Launches a three for the bucket. She's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a three.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. To Miles. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Sky.
Switching baskets must have really thrown her off because she can't get anything to fall this half.
Stevens in the post. He's covered by Miles.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Outside Williams. No good on the triple.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time, but he got lucky.
Here's Diggins. Stevens, that's good.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
And just a tiny lead for them.
A chance to make it a little bigger right here, though.
Now here's Miles. Coffee. She's guarded by Stevens. Pass to Williams. Miles. And the Lynx miss again.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the three.
Here's Diggins. On the wing, J.C. Sheldon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They now take the lead.
Well, you've got to give them so much credit for battling back into this game.
It really was an impressive rally, and we'll see how much that a comeback might have taken out of them. See if they can keep that foot on the pedal, because it's tough to keep that up.
Yeah, Brian, it is so hard to exert that much energy and now try to keep the lead.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over. Right outside. Williams. Howard the screen. Trying to get back on track. Williams can't get it to go.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Pass to Cardoso. Sheldon. Here's Stevens. That's short off the rim.
Didn't come away with points, but they'd be happy if every possession ended with that shot.
Now here's Miles. Coffee, defended by Sheldon.
Remaining the game, 2 minutes.
Here's Williams. That's good, and it's Neat Coffee with the assist.
A player who thrives during key moments. Williams is hard to shut down. Her ball handling abilities get her out of jams and get her looks.
Here's Diggins. Sheldon outside. Three-pointer. Natasha Howard with the rebound. Pass to Miles. Screen by Coffee. Right outside. Drills the three-pointer.
The vocal and emotional leader of the team. McBride's squad is in good hands when she has the basketball.
Here's Diggins. Pass to Sheldon. Now Cardoso. Here's Diggins. Three-pointer. The rebound by Courtney Williams.
And she's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. And with time running out, I think it's time for her to try something else.
Now here's Sheldon. Pass to Diggins. 5 on the clock. Misses the 3.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Now Miles. There's the triple. Chicago with the rebound.
You know, you watch her, and you see her mechanics are totally out of whack right now. She's lost all feel for her shot.
Yeah, and it's not hard to tell. You know, just look at her numbers right now. Nothing is going down for her.
A three-pointer here would be big.
A chance to tie it up with the game on the line.
Here's Diggins. Wow! A huge basket to tie the game. Williams with it. Coffee, beyond the arc, misses the 3. Now a timeout called by Chicago. Diggins. Oh, it's no good, and we're headed to overtime. Regulation has ended, and we are headed to overtime. And don't go away, we'll be back momentarily. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. Pass to Cardoso. Here's Diggins. Stevens, defended by Coffee. Stevens, that's good.
Yeah, strictly in terms of size, that's a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Outside Miles. And here is Howard. Left side Williams. It's Cardoso with the rebound. Chicago leading. Pass to Diggins. Back to Cardoso. Nails the baby hook.
Cardoso. Assist goes to Diggins.
A minute into overtime of what has been a great game so far. Now McBride. To the left side wing. Now here's Miles. Defense right on her. Coffee, no good. Stevens, defended by Coffee. Stevens, that's good.
She's had such a steady hand, and I think watching this game, she's the one responsible for getting them this lead late.
Yeah, her shooting percentage is unreal right now. Just so dependable here today.
And again, no good by Minnesota. On offense, here in the Sky. Here's Diggins. Sheldon outside. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Well played right there. There's no question which team has the momentum.
It does look like this lead is headed north.
Minnesota trailing. Now McBride. Outside Miles. Shot to stop the run. Stevens grabs the board. On offense, here are the Sky. We're in overtime. If you've just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it.
Well, this run has really widened the gap in the game. They are way out in front.
This has been a back-breaking run, really exposing the weakness in their defense.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over. It's overtime basketball, folks. If you're just tuning in, we're just over 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Coffee. Tries a three. Yes. And it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
And hey, Coffee can make this shot, especially when given room.
Sheldon outside. Inside. Here's Stevens. The bank shot, no good. And they're desperately trying to get back in this game.
And with very little time to spare.
Pass to Williams. Miles. No good on the three. And here's Sheldon. Now Cardoso. Diggins. She's guarded by Williams. For three. Second shot opportunity. And Cardoso with the lay-in.
Might as well tack a few more points in the lead, I suppose. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
Dominant is the right word for it, Tim. This one was about as one-sided as it gets.
One-way traffic. Yeah, they've been a different team in overtime. They just seem to lose their energy.
Pass to Diggins. Now Cardoso. Over Howard. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we hit overtime. This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
So it's Chicago picking up the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride, boys. They thought it might end in regulation, but they came through big and did exactly what they needed to once we got to overtime.
And that's a wrap, everyone.